and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to just kind of a general update sort of thing. Currently, right now, there's a lot to talk about. We're going to try to cover everything that I have been missing tremendously. So we're going to cover our bases hopefully today in this live stream. If not, because there's a lot of people who are like, when is this? We're trying to get all caught up. So, all right. Right out of the gate, we got to talk about monetization. We made our watch hours. We made the watch hours. I know a lot of you have been excited about that. What's going on, Mr. Mikey G? And hello, Gamerian BRFC. Uh, Telling you, oh, there's Hades. Oh, Merry Christmas to those of you who celebrate Christmas. Happy winter solstice for those like me. Or Yule. Yule is another term that us pagans use. It's been um, it's been a very whirlwind-like last few days. We did the Fortnite giveaway yesterday, which was fantastic, and I actually got on. I think I forgot who I was running with already a little while ago. I was on Fortnite, Save the World, the Prince Magnum channel for winter content, and probably well into later on into next year. I've been at, Ian has asked me, and I'll probably sneak onto Fortnite so him and I can kind of chit chat. Um, but in a nutshell, I'm going to be doing a segment once a month on kind of like a collab sort of thing on his channel. What he's called the pay-per-view specials or the special Fortnite Battle Royale. Kind of a couple hours in conjunction with his channel. I think this is going to be a great way to really show off what I can do. And I appreciate the opportunity that Ian has given me and presented me with. I'm looking forward to that. Hey, what's going on? Think different. Happy winter solstice, my friend. I was wondering if I was going to see you anytime soon. It's so good to see you. I was all worried. A lot of us have been worried about you, been thinking about you. We know you've been dealing with a lot of stuff lately. So we've all been worried about you and hoping that you would be okay. Thinking about you, man. Um, I'll be taking over the pay-per-view segments. I'm not sure what we're gonna, I know we were kind of calling it over the top, but honestly, being Battle Royale, who knows? Who knows? Oh no, thank you for coming in. I've been saying my big prayers to the higher power of my understanding, hoping that you all were okay. No, there's a new strain of the Ronies out and about right now, and it's scaring a lot of people. Basically a new version of what we've already been dealing with, and it's some spooky stuff. So even if you had it, you can get it again. So I've been worried about a lot of people. As a matter of fact, I know people right now losing loved ones, and going into 2021, 2021. I'm wondering, oh, it's not the wrong. Yeah, yeah. I've been worried about a lot of y'all. Um, you know. Hey, what's going on, Harrison? I haven't seen you in a minute. Evidently, you're doing good. No, you got that new job and you've been busy. Well, hey, what's going on, Mechanic CG? I haven't seen you in a minute. Oh my goodness, the holidays brings out all the wonderful people. Yeah, I do understand. If you need me, you can call me anytime. I'm not that hard to track down. I don't work at the other McDonald's. Oh my gosh, Grave Taker. Oh, you've been stressed. I hear you. Well, kind of a heads up. I still work for the same fast food chain. I just don't work in the same location anymore. I got to drive a little further. Oh, you haven't been active? Okay, okay, I understand. I understand. Well, I started to kind of tell you. I've been moved to Fredericktown. There were some problems at the other store. I can't talk about it a whole lot. New car. Project Spirit hasn't. I still got Project Spirit. You mean how's the old car? Oh, you're mostly on Twitch now? I understand. Okay, let me get y'all caught up to speed. Hang on to your hats. And if you're not wearing a hat, get ready to flip your lid. I got the email from YouTube. We got oh, oh, I get it now. Yeah. Project Spirit. She's doing good. We changed her over to an automatic from the manual. And it's okay. I'll be honest with y'all. I'm missing driving stick, but she's doing good. I do have some video footage that Princess Faye will probably lose her shit on. Project Spirit being taken down double O highway in triple digits. Right now, Think Different is about to have a heart attack himself. Like, oh my God, you did not do that. Yes, I did that. Yeah. Yeah, Project. I've got video footage of Project Spirit blazing down Double O Highway, and Think Different knows the highway I'm talking about. Yeah, 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 um, yeah. That Double O, you know the one between Fredericktown and Farmington, and you know how windy and rough that road is. So triple digits is not easy even for. Yeah. Okay. Yes. We'll talk a little bit more about Spirit in the video. I got the email from YouTube. We're still working out the details on the AdSense account. We had to close out my old one and start a brand new AdSense account. I got the email. It's time to turn on monetization. Basically, it's like you're eligible. We need to do this. Um, and Ian has seen the video I'm talking about because I have a video right now that continues to take views at least a minimum of about 40 views a month. And we're talking that's the minimum. About 40 views a month. Um, that will it's my money maker. It would be my money maker. It was when I was monetized the first time, it was my money maker. So we're and he knows what I'm talking about. It's coming. Uh, that whole thing with Banksman when he was like, "Oh yeah, I got a video, 100,000 views," and then you're like, "Oh really?" And you go over to his channel. No, there's not. And then I got pissed off because he did that to you, and I'm like, "You mind if I post a link?" Yeah, go for it. Yeah, I know the one. Yeah, I know. I know how that goes because that's this video. Fuel mileage. It's a fuel mileage one. How to do it without having to mess with the computer too much. And it's simple modifications. Yeah, yeah. This one's been uploaded about 6 years ago, but you know the type of video I'm talking about. And it's about 8 minutes of the worst video I've ever done. The information's good, but the problem is it was like the worst one. Yeah. And Ian knows what I'm talking about. Banksman, this guy named Banksman, something or other, came into his channel, and of all the things, said he had a video, 100,000 views. And like, okay, Ian goes over, he goes to look for the video, and there is no video with 100,000 views. He's like, you lying sack of crap. And, hey, what's going on, Simon? And basically gives him the boot. Like you lying sack of monkey snot, and kind of does his thing there. And then I'm like, hey man, do you care if I post the link? Yeah, go for it. And I put the link to that one video that I've got that's got like 95,000 views. It's coming up on that. I think it's somewhere in that ballpark area. I know it's getting close to, if it hasn't hit it already, it's like 90,000 views. Yeah. You're right. Well, I'm trying to clean it up here a little bit. Okay, there you go. Yeah, Simon and I were running together. No, that's awesome. You get the idea, Ian. I know you don't say it like that, but you were very upset that he was a lion sack, a monkey snot. But um, so I post the link to this video, and he goes over and he takes, Ian takes, he's like, "What did Prince Magnum post?" In here, and when he looks, he's like, "Oh my God, dang man, that's a lot of views. Good Lord, that's a lot of views." Anyhow, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's what that looks like." Why, Freddie? Because the store manager out there and her and I, we have a good working relationship. I can work. She knows pretty well what to expect out of me. And initially, she'd already requested me to come to that store, anyways, to help kind of get it back into shape because there's a lot of problems with the Fredericktown store. So there was some things that yeah, that's why you haven't seen Project Spirit over in Farmington as much. I've a lot of times, depending on the weather, because if it's real windy, the highway is just. I'll take the highway going to work, but coming home, I'll take double O and stick to the back roads. But that's why you haven't seen Spirit over in Farmington. And it's been that way for about a week. So I've been driving Spirit all the way up to Fredericktown. Not really. It's only a half an hour, really. And let me say right now, I'm making bank on this. Mrs. Fay is doing good. Oh, all right, mechanic, you get some rest, brother. Happy winter solstice, happy, Merry Christmas to you all, happy Hanukkah, whatever it is, enjoy it. Enjoy it. It's been a beautiful holiday. It has. I've enjoyed it. We've had so much fun, right? So it's only really a half an hour drive once you hit the highway. And I mean, once Spirit warms up in this cold weather, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, it would be nice to be able to drive 5 minutes, but still, I mean, you consider, I mean, you hit a half an hour, and I enjoy driving Spirit anyways. And it's that particular McDonald's is like right next to the highway anyway. So it's not a big deal. It's not like I'm driving all through town and everything. But to be honest with you, it's not that big of a deal. I actually prefer the drive. I prefer that drive than fighting with traffic, just trying to get out of Farmington. So you get the idea. But yeah, so there was that big change. So it's kind of like that, you know. So that's kind of where we stand on that. Um, Monetization is being turned on. That takes about 3 weeks. Like I said, we're still working on the AdSense stuff. Um, we're kind of having to straighten that out, but the channel is in review. That would be awesome. Yeah. I wouldn't mind it. Wouldn't mind it a dang bit if you joined us. Um, It'd be a lot of fun. So that's kind of where that is. Real quick, because the Prince Magnum channel does recognize that until the channel starts making enough money to really dive into DIY projects, right? I totally understand. I totally understand. Yeah, in between my Save the World streams, I will go into Save the World and really grind out whatever I need to get done. So, you're welcome to rock along with us. I mean, that's why I'm saying, we are looking at where it's going to be kind of like I've got an idea for my Save the World pay-per-view ideas. Like 1 month, it might be, storm, doing like we did yesterday, the Storm Shield defenses. Going in and helping people with their Storm Shield defenses, which was a lot of fun, and doing giveaways. We might do that once a month. Do that like once a month. And the next Save the World, we might only do like the Storm Shield endurances. But in between time, there'll be like the normal segments, the normal segments, which would be a lot of fun. Uh, but like, but like the Storm Shield defenses, yeah. I do have PayPal. I do have PayPal. Um, but right now with the channel kind of, still squeezing in that the monetization stuff, um, we're kind of in that limbo area where once we get monetized and there's supposed to be another stimulus check at the beginning of the year, um, we've got a lot of work that has to be done to Project Lena. I've come this weekend. Um, I'm probably not going to be streaming quite as much because I'm going to be here in the office videoing, doing working on videos all this week because I've got one that needs a segment, just a single segment, and it's ready for release next year. Um, and then I got to begin. I got to finish out yet another segment. Well, kind of another section to another video, which I'll be able to do that this weekend. It's you can actually use my email for the PayPal. You can just if you put my email in your PayPal, it works the same. And that's how that's how that works. I can't. You get the idea. Yeah, you can actually send it directly through email. It's ridiculously easy. Well, you could send it, yeah. Hey, what's going on? Third Gen 83. Merry Christmas to you and happy winter solstice. It is the solstice for some of us, Yule to some. Wow, so many wonderful people coming in. I will say again, we are enjoying the new automatic. It was really weird because we had so many problems with the linkage. That was a nightmare. Oh my gosh. And we still never ended up using that shift cable that we got from Summit. So that's going to have to go back. Or I could keep it for another project down the road. You are right, Chairman, but in some particular in some you'll have it. Um, Prince Magnum 1 at gmail.com. And that's a numerical one. Um, Shoot. Hang on. I gotta turn on the other device. Um, but I do see where it needs a couple of tweaks to really make that automatic rock, but it needs a little bit more tweaking, and it's probably going to need that shift improvement kit because it's a typical automatic of the 70s. But other than that, it's a lot of fun. I've like I said, I got the video footage to show that it's that little six cylinder and that three-speed automatic together got it where it really counts. So when we go to do the V8 swap, oh my God, we are going to have to beef that suspension up. We are going to have to beef that frame up. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, because it's going to get stupid. It's going to get ridiculously stupid. I got to open it up, but yeah, I'll type it out in a moment. Give me a second here. Takes a moment for this old device. There we go. All righty. So that's that whole deal. Yeah, I mean it's one of those things, man. Right? Because I got to climb into my own stream. As crazy as that sounds. Oh yeah, that um she's definitely because the way that it's set up, it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Um, I'm looking forward. What is this thing doing? No, that is not what I said. Go over to my channel. My goodness. This was my old phone, and this thing is all banged up. And all the updates, thing's going nuts. There we go. So, come on. Right, here we go. Finally. Come on, you turd. There it goes. Here comes the email now. There we are. That's how that works. All righty. Yeah, that's my Gmail account. So, um, so that's kind of where that is. Um, you know, the channel, I will probably um I probably won't be on till tomorrow. Tonight, I mean, if I get on tonight, I'm going to be working on some of the stuff that I need to get to further along the storyline. Um, because that's the main thing is I got to get further in the story. I'm trying to get caught up to Ian. He's in Canny Valley, and I'm supposed to get caught up with him because, you know, because that's just the way we rock and roll. And unfortunately, I'm at that stage where I'm trying to, yeah. Uh, but I probably won't get on tonight. I'm probably going to be just kind of chilling out. Um, you know, so that's kind of where we stand right now. So Project Spirit's going to be this next year. We're going to spend a lot of time on Project Lena. She's got a laundry list of things, but this is actually very typical of cars around her age. Every vehicle, and I know there's a lot of you gearheads in here right now that'll be pretty familiar with this. Um, and stop me if I'm wrong. Every vehicle, about every 5 to 10 years in that time period, it seems like every time you turn around, something breaks on the dang thing, and it starts nickel and diming you to death. Stop me if I'm wrong. Well, Project Lena is in that category where there's a lot of stuff starting to break on her, and it's like we really got to do something about this. That little bitty car just needs a lot of TLC. And I know Ian, that's Ian's favorite car. There's a few people that really love Project Lena, um, which is nothing wrong with that. I like Pontiac. The only thing that I don't like about there's certain things I don't like about Lena, like she's got the GM corporate V6 and not an actual Pontiac V6. That bothers me. I don't like that at all. I honestly think that it would have been 1,000 times better if we would have, if they would have, like Oldsmobile keep making Oldsmobile engines and Pontiac keep making Pontiac engines, stuff like that. Check PayPal. Okay. Well, it would have sent me a notification. Hang on here. Didn't send me a notification. I might still be able to get in my PayPal. Hmm. Takes a second here. This thing's gonna practically explode, I'm telling you. I'm surprised this hasn't turned into cellular phone dust. Because like I said, this was my old one, but I'm on a Motorola now. And I'll tell y'all right now, the Motorola is like 1,000 times better. Um, and we were briefly talking about it today, how my dad's a retired firefighter. Okay, there's my PayPal. Let's see if it'll still load it up. Should. See why it wouldn't. Okay. Been a little while since I've. I'm gonna have to log in. It's been a while since I've had to use my. On. It's like 50 million ways that I have to put that password in. It didn't send me a notification. It always sends me a notification though. Oh, wait a minute. I'm an idiot. There it goes. I'm an idiot. Totally forgot how to certain sequences of numbers and letters. Well, it didn't send me anything. Didn't send me a notification. No. Hmm. No, it didn't send me it. Yeah, I've got PayPal open now. It hasn't sent me anything yet. But then again, this device is a giant turd. It may not even update like it's supposed to. But anyhow, so that's kind of where we stand right now. Like I said, we're on the road. So I'll be kind of hosting a segment for Ian on his channel, which I'm really excited about. Um, and I really appreciate him allowing me to have this, to giving me this opportunity. I really don't know what to say to that other than thank you. Um, oh, yeah, you heading off? All right, Chairman. You rest well, my friend. Um, but we're gonna have a lot of fun. Oh, believe me, it makes my day that you trust me with this segment. The as you put it, the pay-per-view stuff. I'm excited about this. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Um, which Battle Royale, I'll be honest with y'all, I don't mind Battle Royale, but I'd love this. Check again. Okay. Check again. I just got a notification. Oh my God. I did, yeah. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Wow. My gosh. Thank you so much. Think Different just sent me $60. Thank you for that. That's wow. I'll definitely put that back in the projects. We thank you so much. Talk about talk about, having Christmas dropped in your, having Christmas, the winter solstice dropped in your lap. Thank you. Thank you, Think Different. I appreciate that. Means the world to me. And yes, I will definitely put that back in the project cars. Um, I appreciate that. You guys have been fantastic at helping me out with the projects this year. Merry Christmas to you. Happy winter solstice to all of you. It means so much that y'all are here. And I mean, talk about awesome. Couple days before the holidays really, kicked into full swing. I'm getting, I get the email from YouTube. I mean, yeah, that is awesome. I mean, um, I don't know what to say. But I know it's going to get yet more parts because those cars don't put themselves back together. You can't put them back together with it on hopes and dreams. You know, you got to put them back together with solid parts. And I know right where some of those, where we're going to start. Project Lena needs new brakes. She needs brakes, rotors. We're gonna have to go through that girl. That poor car needs some serious work. I'm excited to really get in there and begin taking, kind of going through. Um, I'm also kind of a heads up for those of you. I've kind of been talking about this, and this is actually still trying to not tear up on y'all because well, hello, Miss Kelly. Thank you. Thank you. Think Different. Man, I don't know thank you. That's wow. Hi, Miss Kelly. We were just ready to start talking about a segment that we're going to be doing this next year. Um, I'm going to start filming some of the important stuff this weekend, and let me give you all the inside track. Um, Someone came to me earlier this year. A couple of different ladies came to me earlier this year, um, and more or less said, "Hey, look, man, you know, we know there's more women." There you go. It's good to see you too, Miss Kelly. You know what? We're gonna fix something real quick. We're gonna fix something. Ta-da! Problem solved. There. Get things back to where they're supposed to be. Um, I was approached earlier this year, uh, not just through ladies on YouTube, but ladies actually coming up to me saying, "We know there's more women doing hot rodding. I would kind of like to learn some about hot rodding. We know there's more women now than ever before." Miracles happen every day if we keep our eyes open. But when I got approached by the, and I said, okay, what are you asking? Would you do a series, a hot rod series, focused towards helping women learn more about cars? I said, a hot rod series for women? Yeah, because we know there's more women doing it than ever before. Oh, hey, Daniel, welcome to the live. Merry Christmas and happy winter solstice to you, my friend. So as I was asked to do this, I said, well, okay, well, what do you know about cars? And they were like, I know where to put the gas in. I'm like, oh shit. That's not good. Okay. When you get that answer, it's like you got to start with the basics. I said, well, how basic are we talking? I'm doing great. Uh, we are waiting for we're waiting for the we're waiting for you to finish finish doing the review on I'm ready for monetization. Right, right. And see, one of the problems is there's more women, believe it or not, women are taking over motorsports. And there are more women right now building show cars than ever before in history. Hey, what's going on, Miss Electra? Right. Well, it doesn't hurt to learn. It doesn't hurt to learn. So, Miss Electra, you're just in time for me to talk about next a segment that we're going to be doing for DIY this next year. Being that, I mean, a lot of the gals are like, there's more women doing motorsports than ever before in history. There's more women um, doing show cars and things like that than ever before. Um, but I want to get in on this, but I don't know the first thing about cars. All I know is where to put the gas and oil, and the oil part is still kind of sketchy. And so when this was presented to me, I'm like, so you want to get into hot rodding, but you don't know the first thing about turning a wrench. Okay. Now, the challenge is going to be number one, presenting the basics of car knowledge to someone who has never had the opportunity to learn. Because I'll tell you right now, some of the best mechanics are women. Ironically enough, some of the best mechanics I've ever met are women. My own wife can rebuild a carburetor. I can't. The too many small parts, and I'm not very good at. She can rebuild a carburetor. Princess Faye can rebuild carburetors. That is I can't do it. Okay. So now that I've said that, you all have to understand that, the challenges. Oh, when drag racing season starts up, we will try to make regular trips out there. And if I can, I'm going to try to get the amazing moped man to give me an interview because I don't think he realizes that he made legendary status around the world for his drag on his moped down that drag strip. Yes, that was awesome. But so the challenge, I've I was wondering if you removed the top, right? I have so got to tell, yeah. So now that I've said all of that, the hard part is trying to present it where a series like this where it's educational and it doesn't make the viewer feel like they're dumb because that is the last thing I want. So Princess Faye is really going to be having to sit down and really kind of almost direct me and make sure that I avoid that stuff because if at any point she's like, yeah, this is, and I'll probably even have some people kind of watch long before it gets, I'm probably going to have to open up that section of the Discord and start pulling people in. Okay, what do you think of the, start pulling ladies in, what do you think of this segment? What do you think of that segment? And still making it entertaining. That's going to be the hard part. And at the same time, I want it to be empowering to the ladies as much as possible. That is a big one. Because like I said, well, I kid you not, there's this one lady around the area. She's got this beautiful looking GMC. I think it's like a 60, 67, 68, maybe a 69 Chevy, well, GMC pickup truck, gold, gorgeous looking truck. Oh my gosh, beautiful looking truck. She built it herself. Her and her husband built it herself. And I think her husband is long gone, been gone for many years. And she still keeps up with it herself. Turns the wrenches herself, older woman. And I mean, just amazing, amazing woman. There's another lady that drives around in, believe it or not, a 67, a 67 Ford Fairlane, black with these kind of like these red stripes on. Gorgeous looking car. Oh my gosh, guys. I mean, very drool worthy. She keeps up with it herself, takes care of it herself, you know, turns the wrenches on that car herself. Princess Faye, there is video footage on this channel where Princess Faye has turned wrenches on Project Spirit. She's done it, you know. Princess Faye, it was cheap plastic clips, but Princess Faye had originally fixed her own driver's window. All I did was help clean the parts and help her, help her get whatever she needed to do the job. She researched it and fixed her own driver's window herself, you know. So you guys get the idea, that um, that here we are, it is time for the women to get their own series. I don't know why nobody has capitalized on this. Okay. I don't know why anybody really hasn't truly capitalized on this. And I mean, there have been women that have done work to the cars like I'm discussing, and that's great. But there has not been an attempt to do a series specifically directed, it's so awesome that specifically directed towards the women in the hot rod community. So that's definitely on the plate. And this weekend, I know I'm going to get the Cinnamon live stream in, but I may not be on game very much because I have got to get to work on this stuff. I have got to get this taken care of. I've got to get videos edited because we didn't do a premiere this last Monday, which is fine. But I want to be able to start releasing videos a little bit more regularly and doing premieres more regularly. Do like, content that, it's good, but it's not good, There's two categories of good here on the Prince Magnum channel. It's good. And then there's good, anyhow, you get the idea. So that is kind of the plan, that I want to have, the big premieres. And I've got a video that I'll be definitely releasing. I'll probably look at getting on that tonight, releasing that video. And I know for a premiere, we might do 2 premieres at some point this coming week to let out the year proper. One of them, it's going to be some Fortnite video footage. But I know for one premiere that we're definitely going to have to do, and Ian has already has gotten a sneak peek. Wood for the win. That's all I got to say. He'll know what it is. Wood for the win. And I know now that he's heard that, he's going to be like, yes. When he plays Save the World, he likes doing his forts out of wood. Raven has a heart attack every time he sees this. Matter of fact, he had a home base completely constructed of wood. And from what I understand, it was a handsome looking, home base. Raven took it all down and rebuilt it in metal. So, and I have a thing for the brick. I like brick, See what I mean? There it is. Wood for the win. So it's one of those deals. I mean, I get it that, it's one of those things. I get it. I like the brick because it reminds me of like the big giant castles like you guys got over there in the UK. I mean, just gorgeous looking castles that you guys got over there. And beautiful looking stuff. So I like the brick because I like that. But I also know that metals, the metal, it kind of reminds me of like, it kind of reminds me of battleships and things like that. So to me, I enjoy that too. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. The wood I like for my floors because I still enjoy, even though it's a video game, it really does matter, but I still kind of like having some realism to it. And I enjoy that. So don't take it from me. Gosh darn you. It's like that. So I like having like, brick walls and wood floors and, and just constructed like it's actually like I'm really building something. I'm weird like that. Um, yeah, I need to take Ian over and let him see the storm, my storm shield in, well, he's seen the one my storm shield for Plankerton. He's like, good God, have you got enough traps? It's just like one whole section. If you get through, you deserve a medal. It's like that. Raven talks about, making them snake through and directing them where they, no, no. This is specifically designed to just destroy. It's ridiculous. Wall to wall traps on this place. If you get through, you deserve a medal. It's like that. I mean, if you get through, you deserve a medal. And I don't see much get through and even get close enough to touching the outer wall. You ain't getting through easy. And give me long enough and it'll be worse. It's hilarious. I mean, it's just one of those things. I have fun. Overkill. when he okay, yeah, most definitely. And I know I'm definitely going to have to show you the one over in Stonewood because that one's not bad either. It's just, it doesn't have the amount of traps that the other one does. The other one, that I know when you see that, you're like, good God, that's ridiculous. What were you trying to prove? And I'm like, I wasn't trying to prove anything. I was just having fun with it. He's like, that is a lot of traps, man. That is ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, I know. He ain't getting through that. Like, God. And then, of course, he's having fun with the new. I know he's going to have fun with the new shotgun. Simon nearly lost his shit when he tried that. He's like, good God. And I said, even though it's a 2-shot, try rapid fire with it. And when he tried it, he's like, boom, boom, boom. He's like, what the heck, man? He's like, this is ridiculous. I said, it's not fully perked. Wait until it's fully perked. And he's like, oh my God, he's like, this is sweet. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun stuff, man. All right. So real quick, let's run through the bases. I'm going to be focusing a lot more on Save the World, the Save the World side of Fortnite. And I think we're going to go every other month for kind of like the special for the month. And we got to just decide what day it's going to be because I don't want it to run into the other pay-per-view sort of thing. It basically like it's a special, and the guys over, they treat it like it's almost like a wrestling pay-per-view, but you don't have to actually pay, which I think it's a neat way of putting it. I'm referring to it as the monthly special, and I'll be taking over on the Battle Royale side monthly special, which I'm looking forward to. Ian kind of gave me that one, but I'm also going to do one on the Save the World side. That reminds me. Yes. Okay. Also, kind of a heads up, Princess Faye, after the new year, will have her own series here on the Prince Magnum channel. She's had struggles where she'll start and stop her YouTube channel. And it's like, a lot of times she'll start and stop it because number one, she doesn't have the work, my crazy work ethic. She doesn't like the editing, doesn't like all that other stuff. And I'm like, look, I don't feel right, kind of jumping onto your channel and messing around with it because it's your show. And you don't want that many followers, but you're perfectly okay doing work on my channel. You'll do as much as you want and you'll be on camera enough. Why don't you, why don't I give you your own personal series on my channel? We call it Faye's Corner and be done. You keep your other YouTube channel kind of off on its own. And if you feel like doing a side project, you can, but we just give you your own corner. You can do arts, crafts, whatever. And it's just your personal section on my channel. And if you don't feel like doing it, it's not like it's hurting it any. And she's like, I love it. She just came in and gave me the thumb. She's like, I love the idea. Let me think on it. And she came in and gave me the thumbs up. Yes, she's going to do it. So, Ian, we're going to start seeing videos of Princess Faye. So, if you wanted that cake, that actually might actually happen. It's just not going to be done by me because she won't let me do it. But right now, as it stands, we have the new series. I keep falling back on the title, Screw Your Feelings. Finally, I get a kick. That's awesome. Is something to the effect of, screw your feelings. And, where you have to put in basically the design behind it, is, the heck with your feelings. You need to get real. You need to think about the future. You need to think about, life in general. And, just old school ideas that sometimes you have to put your feelings aside. So hence the term screw your feelings. Because some people get so hung up on that. Well, this is not how I feel about it. I didn't ask you how you felt about it. I needed you to think about it in a practical sense. Okay. I'm not, stop thinking about your feelings in this case. I mean, I'm not saying that your feelings aren't valid, but you need to start thinking with the clear level head. Your feelings are going to think short term. You need to think long term, So that's actually been, so a series dedicated to younger people, helping them learn things that they just didn't learn in school. On the Prince Magnum channel is still DIY, and it's all about education, but the objective is to always present it in a way that is entertaining. So that is definitely on the plate. So urban survival, definitely transitioning over to the next year, which I got to, again, do a little bit more research. I've got this really awesome recipe. We're also going to travel, do some historic recipes and maybe tinker with them and have some fun with them. Griddle cakes and things like that. So it's going to be fun. Urban survival, things that you can do, just kind of, whether you're in town or you're out in the woods, urban survival, things that you can easily do anywhere, as far as cooking goes. And of course, getting into, back to restoring tools more, because that'll definitely fall under urban survival, which I actually have some video footage. But for those that remember, our camping hatchet, we're definitely going to do more stuff like this in the next year, definitely, because I know you guys enjoyed it, but trying to do it in live stream is a bitch. Doing it in edited content, that's easy, okay, because I can put a nice soundtrack to it and let the sounds of the drill or grinder do its thing. But we're definitely going to do more stuff like this, or we might even craft tools, wooden tools from hand. I already hear Ian going, wooden tools, wood for the win. Yes, Ian. Wood for the win, like wooden mallets and things like that. That's definitely on the plate. Just things like that. Looking forward to doing stuff like that. Might even at some point see if I can build like, where I actually, might go out and get the materials myself and maybe construct some chairs on my own, things like that. Yep, there we go. Yes, more wood for the win. Remember, with urban survival, it's all about what you can make, reuse, anything that will take care of you during times like this where there's been shortages and things like that. Things that you could do to make that you could trade for other goods. That you could trade for the things that you could do to kind of take care of yourself in the long run. And all this past year, we've experimented a great deal with bread making and things like that. And we've had a lot of fun with that. But now it's time to actually put that into practical use. Like one of the things that we're even looking at doing to make a little extra money on the side for the channel is maybe getting into bread making and selling it, selling that bread. I have to look into a business license and maybe see about selling actual homemade bread at a farmer's market. That'll be exciting, won't it? doing that on like a Saturday. Go over to a farmer's market with all the homemade bread. Yes. Hey, what's going on, Galaxy? Now that's a good question. Cinnamon will still be, um, here's the thing. With cinnamon, there is a dedicated audience, and I'm in a spot where yes, I could take cinnamon and put her on the shelf. Unfortunately, I would hurt that dedicated audience. I think we're going to keep her going the way she has, but we may scale it back a little bit in this next year. We may scale it back. I'm not 100% sure. It's one of those things that I'm really going to have to look at the numbers and kind of do some crunching. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? And again, for those that are not familiar, Cinnamon is the drag queen character here on the Prince Magnum channel. And the firm reminder, number one, be yourself as long as you're not hurting anybody or yourself. Just be you. Perfectly okay. Another important one that Cinnamon also does is she likes to remind everyone to have fun. You know, when you and your other half go to that bedroom, have some fun. Have some fun. And at the same time, I'm going to tell y'all right now, it allows me to get a chance to do some acting. See, when I come on camera like this, we're all just kind of sitting there, Wang Chung, whatever. By the way, Galaxy, Merry Christmas and happy winter solstice to you. Here at HQ, we celebrate the winter solstice. So now that I said that, so it's one of those things that, I mean, the message is solid, the views are down, but yes. Yeah, we've ran into some of that, but I got a funny feeling. We'll take a look and see what it looks like up until the end of the year, and then we'll start. It may end up being where Cinnamon does maybe like certain shows only, where she only gets to come out and do certain shows at certain times of the month or something to that effect. Kind of one of those specials. Now, real quick, really funny. I got to tell you guys this. You're going to laugh. Okay. Then we got to start looking at closing it down for the evening. You guys are going to laugh. While I was still in the previous restaurant working before I moved to the new location, before my transfer, we got these new cinnamon rolls in. And every time someone in the kitchen would yell out, "I need a cinnamon roll," you would hear me turn around and say, "What do you want?" I'm waiting for it. You should have seen the look on their faces. They're like, "Oh, will you really? Really?" And I'm like, let's see. One of the jokes that I have with all of my managers, I always tell them, out of all the maintenance men that you have ever had the opportunity to work with, I'm the prettiest one. That one always gets a response like, "Yeah, yeah, you kind of got me there. Yep, I got nothing." So yeah, that's a thing. You just sit there and shake your head like that's all they can do. Um, which my new boss, she's a little old school, so doing stuff like that, she's like, But then when I explained to her, I said, I get to do some acting and I get to show off my wife's amazing artwork. I said, think of Robin Williams, you know, Mrs. Doubtfire. She's like, "Gotcha. It makes sense now." I said, "Exactly." I said, or Tom Hanks in Bosom Buddies, remember? And she's like, "I hadn't thought about that TV show in years." I said, "Yeah." I said, "It was a great show, wasn't it?" She's like, "Yes, it was. I laughed at it all the time." I got you. And we talked about it and we've had a lot of good laughs. And, so she's like, that's awesome that, and I said, and let's face facts. I'm a 41-year-old man still able to pull that look off. I said, and my wife being that good of an artist, she's like, yeah, that's just a reminder. I'm the prettiest maintenance man you ever worked with. She's like, oh my God. Yeah. So we've been having a lot of fun with that joke. So that's kind of as it is. So definitely, we'll see how the end of closer to the end of the year goes. Shoot, we may even do a cinnamon end of the year special where she'll come on and do that whole thing. And I honestly think that on Tuesday Night Madness, cinnamon has become kind of it's just you almost expect her at some point, you know. Poor Mikey G, every time he hears, he's always like, just no. No. Why? What's wrong with you, man? Plenty. One of my lady coworkers from the last store, I did the voice. She's like, no. that just wow. But anyhow, all righty. So we'll continue, we'll crunch the numbers a little bit. I'll look at the numbers because believe it or not, some of the numbers, I mean, it is the holiday season too, Ian. I mean, shoot, the live stream right now is a little slow. You're going to get that. Sometimes you see a lot of people, sometimes you only see a handful. We'll see what the new year also brings because you never know. So we'll kind of cross that bridge from there. All right. And we've covered a lot of ground, right? Well, it's one of those things you kind of got to see where it's going to go. And it may come down to where it's only specials. So yeah. All right. So again, new segment for Princess Faye starting next year, which we'll have to get into production on that soon. Because she poked her head in and gave me the okay, the thumbs up. So that's all I needed there. That pretty well told me exactly what I needed to know, that she's going to do it. Which that'll be a big help to me because then that means that I'll have that additional content to work with. And of course, she's got an editor in her back pocket, so anything that isn't going to exactly work, trim, chop, chop, urban survival, more DIY, do it yourself. What day will that be on? It kind of depends. At some point, I know that it's just going to be one of those things where I'm going to have to basically just kind of sit down with her camera equipment and just go to work on it. Which I even have some stuff that we can even start kind of working on right now. It's one of those things that we're going to have to sit down and just start working on it, and we'll have to go from there. So we'll just hang tight. As soon as I know more, we'll be able to do something with it. But she gave me the thumbs up that she wants to do it. So Princess Faye series, Surviving Romance. I've got video that I've got to finish up, which, like I said, this weekend is going to be, you guys will see me a little bit here and there, but I've got to get this stuff done. Got to get it done. Then next week, my work schedule changes a little bit, so marathon streams will change a little bit. Certain days it'll be done on, just to make sure that I get all the watch time I can possibly get. And I enjoy the marathon streams with you guys. I love doing marathon streams. That's pretty much it right now. So kind of expect a big video coming out because there's a lot of ground to cover, which I'll get to work on then. So that's pretty much it. All righty. So as we begin to shut down for the evening, I want to thank you all for coming in. It's so good to see you all. I missed you guys. I missed talking with you guys. You guys have been This has been one hell of a year, and we've gotten through a lot of crazy stuff this year together. All of us. We've gotten through it together. And that just goes to show that the Prince Magnum channel has one hell of a community behind it, the Maverick Nation, and that's all of you guys. You guys are the Maverick Nation. And hands down, bar none, you guys are amazing. Every last one of you, from start to finish, it's you guys that are taking me where I need to go. And I can't thank you guys enough. So as soon as we get the big, you're monetized, we will do a big party stream on it. I'm already looking forward to that. All right, you guys take it easy tonight. But before we let out like usual, I want to tell you guys I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here for me. And that being said, get out there and work on a project. I don't care what it is. Just do something with yourself. Remember, idle hands and a creative mind go together like oil and water. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet and do something special for them today. As always, for all of you out there, if no one out there has told any of you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you. Oh, I will.